And welcome back. SABC News Economics Editor Tshepo Mongoai joins us now to tell us what's on the desk and the diary for the upcoming week. Tshepo, big week. The Minister of Finance is in Parliament this week, and of course we're getting that medium-term budget policy statement, which of course is the first one since that big delayed budget, which was delayed 3 times this year. We're going to hear some revised projections on key estimates, economic growth, GDP growth. Of course, the interest rate has remained relatively flat over the last couple of quarters, so not much change on that front. What are you expecting to hear from the Minister?
Well, there's been some positive news. I mean, if you look at the later part, especially the current quarter, the last quarter, you look at some of the high-frequency data, there's some very, very good news. I mean, let's talk about inflation, for example. Yeah. That has remained relatively contained for quite some time. And of course, the rent has also been stable, meaning that we've been cushioned largely from the imported inflation that comes through. But also, I think what is very, very important is gold price. We've touched, I think it was early October, on the 8th, we've touched that psychological level of $4,000 an ounce. Yeah. So you look at revenue
This is very different from that commodities rally we had after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, because that was a big rally for us.
No, that's slightly different. But if you look at the rally that we have seen, it's over a few weeks. Yeah. The all-share index, every week it recorded a record high, but it was in tandem with the other global stocks that we have seen. But we've also, our fortunes have been tied to the gold price.
Why is that? Do we still have foreign reserves attached to gold reserves?
No, absolutely. We still have a sizable share. Of course, every central bank would want to hold a sizable interest in gold, because when gold price go up, of course, you also benefit from that. Of course, they also it's a mix of other assets, including the euros, the dollar, that they also hold in our foreign exchange reserves. But I think what's important also is the fact that the mining companies have also been able to give SARS a little bit more. Yeah. If you look at corporate income tax, that has also been
and what have you been seeing from the interim results? Goldfields had theirs out a few weeks ago, and there were a few more mining giants that came out. Sibanye, for instance.
No, absolutely. If you look at across the board, all mining companies have been doing well. It's not like they were not doing well before, but I think the fact that you've seen gold price
across all commodity classes.
Well, you've got platinum, gold. You've also seen copper as well.
Iron ore doing well. Kumba putting out a good production.
Absolutely, iron ore as well. But gold has been an exception if you look at it. But it's also because it's topical, because of safe haven status, that whenever investors are not sure of the economic environment, a lot of uncertainty that we've seen because of the tariffs, so they've been putting their money in gold. They've been buying gold and gold assets, gold stocks, because it's seen as a where you store value when you're not sure where to put your money, because obviously you can put in the bank.
So Minister Godongwana is going into this medium term with a healthy current account. And of course, we would hope that SARS would have collected on par or beyond expectation.
We do expect that there's some improvement in revenue collection. I've mentioned corporate income tax at around 10%, pay as you earn, not looking good. VAT, I think it was 9%. So we're likely to see that budget deficit would come down a little bit. So there could be some improvement on that front. So it gives SARS and government a little bit more of resources, but it doesn't take away many of our challenges. So we will see in terms of debt to GDP, that fiscal consolidation framework, where are they? They may announce fiscal anchors, which is like a debt ceiling that we didn't have for quite some time. The issue of the 3% target, that will also be formalized. It's already in place. But the fact that we have huge debt that we are servicing at over 400 billion rand, that means every day we have to pay about R1 billion towards debt. So it's still massive.
I mean, what's second biggest line item on our budget still at the moment?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about company news. Big one tomorrow. Vodacom's releasing their interim results. and we're expected to be able to calculate there, and I don't think they'll tell us directly,
I don't think so
we're
either.
able to calculate, do some magic math to figure out what that Makate settlement was.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Vodacom's results are because of the size of Vodacom and its market cap, but I think this time around it will get a little bit more focus and attention because of the Makate story. It's unlikely that that will come out, but I think in the final results, eventually something will give, and we'll get a sense of what is going to be the number, more or less. But I think, given or taking, that is going to be the issue tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of questions raised to the CEO about it, and of course they'll talk about their capex plan, new technology coming in.
They've declared some healthy dividends over the last quarters. In fact, the last two dividends they declared were slightly above expectation, and of course that earnings cost ratio quite healthy for investors at the moment and shareholders. The Makate settlement wouldn't sway them?
I don't think so. I mean, people buy Vodacom stock because they know they will get their dividend, and that's the reason. And I'm sure the CEO and the executive want to be that stock that know it will give you something. I don't think that will actually change the plan, but it's likely that it will be reflected somewhere. It will, in the balance sheet somewhere you'll be able to see that this is the line item that happened because
still a
of
healthy
that amount.
blue chip stock to hold on the portfolio.
No, absolutely. I mean, the telecoms is the place to be. It gives you, even when you've got a lot of uncertainty, whether consumers are spending less, you still find that they're doing a lot of
very little elasticity in that because they remain stable.
Absolutely.
Tshepo, thank you so much for that, man. All the best. Big week for you ahead. We're going to be keeping in touch to get a sense of what those Vodacom interim results look like. Tshepo Mongoai is our economics editor.